end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to...
Oh, he's got some space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The give is to Williams. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back, knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. To the air, it's Hunter. Under fire.
That was a fucking ball.
Down he goes at the 39.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated. And I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out. Try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
Fucking idiot.
Incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And how about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, They're so strong, but so quick, so they can beat you with speed, or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in, and you saw that right defensive end come up the end and make the sack.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Tripped up for the tackle. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. He strikes downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at it, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intent.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive line to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Right on the money. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive line that's pushed some guy backwards and makes some holes?
To the air, it's Hunter. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in, it's Smith. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
The give on the inside. And a short gain here in the 1st quarter will come to a close. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the defender there. When you're cold and you're wet and snowy like this, you just want to make plays and get to the sideline. Why? Because there's a heater over there. Give it to me and my jacket, please.
They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run the counter. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the lofts one high and deep. Intercepted for the 11th time.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interceptions.
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Hunter. Skips away from pressure.
That man 5 feet away from him.
Trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end.
Man, this shit is retarded.
They ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy.
There he goes. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Snap in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good...
Touchdown!
Oh my God, really?
Through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Off play action on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, forcing the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Florida Atlantic races to the line. On third and short, the power run here. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the third play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. Working that wide receiver screen. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They'll go hurry up here. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to get rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Zimmerman. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They just keep firing. Bringing the heat.
Oh, my God. Really?
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Hunter. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver.
Man, this dude behind me and knocked the fucking ball away. Come on.
Able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the catch. It's Gilbert. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Unloads to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy that incredibly historic town. What a fun time to be in Boston, and what a fun first half we've had in the Fenway Bowl.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give is to Williams. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. And they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Hunter. Got a man, it's Williams. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Finish the fucking ball!
That's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh my God, you fucking idiot.
Comes up big and they take over. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40, the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception, and everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Gets it out quickly. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success. They've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
They'll send the back in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down.
And you think about when you got those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. Run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. He'll get rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give is to Williams. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to pass, it's Hunter. Finds his target down the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. At midfield, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid.
Fucking hole wide open.
Run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And he drops it.
Why do you fucking jump every goddamn time?
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
He'll try to do it himself. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. The quarterback sneaks, looking to eke out a few yards.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Hunter. And he really needed
Dude, the ball hit you in the fucking hand.
Third down is coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense? defense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and give me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Terrell. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Makes the catch. It's terrible.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Here come the Irish back on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurt, when they get pressure, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. He shows you it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situations, it's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
What a great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practice this all week, and it comes up big for them late. That turnover.
And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
And with that, the season...